Hi everyone, my name is Aydin and I'm from Turkey. I am this year's one of the Berkeley has accelerated access admits, which is also called Deferred MBA admits. And I'm also admitted to HEC Paris Master of Science Sustainability and Social Innovation program. So my plan is to get into the HEC Paris for the next year, getting my Master of Science, and after that I will have some work experiences. Then I will join to my MBA class in Berkeley. So I'm fresh out of school. I just graduated from the business administration in the Middle East Technical University, which is a university in Turkey. So we can say that it is a great school in Turkey, but it is not so good in whole world. So I was a bit, I think, not so lucky to get into these schools. But my journey started, I think, 3 years ago. I was searching on the internet about like how to get into the best business schools in the world, how to get into the Ivy League business schools in the world. So I just Sumit's profile just popped up because he was talking on the internet about how to get into these schools, how his students got into these schools, how his students profile, how his students prepared themselves with him. So it was really mind-blowing for me to have that information because back then in my country, I think still in my country, we don't have that much information about how to get into these schools. So it was like inspirational point for me to reach the summit. Then I reached the summit and we started to work on my profile first because it was 3 years ago. So it was a long journey to get into these schools. I think I can say that. So we started to work on my profile, how we can develop my profile. Even like Sumit gave me whole the career advices on the road because it's so important. And because I think in college, at least for me, I was having a dream about getting to these business schools, but I don't have any how-tos, or I don't have any know-hows, or I didn't have any paths to follow. So Summit gave me all of that actually. So I'm really grateful for my career roads for the Tilden group too. So after I started to work on myself, in the last year we started to take my GRE tests. I took GRE, not GMAT. So I took GRE because it is more also applicable for the Master of Science program. So it was another dream of mine, and I'm going to there. So I took GRE tests. But as far as that, I'm not a native in English, and in Turkey we don't have really good exam centers about GRE test. We only have one exam center, but it was a challenging experience for me, and my GRE verbal was after the exam scores published, my GRE verbal was really under the average for every business schools. My score was really below the average of every business school. So I was so disappointed, I was frustrated. But I think this is another point where I'm super grateful for the Tilden and the Sumit because they really encouraged me to try anyway, because Sumit said to me that what if you get in with this score, so you don't have anything to lose at that point, so let's try it with that score, maybe they accept it. So they actually accepted. So I'm so excited for that too. This is, I think, success of Sumit because this journey, this MBA preparation journey, is not just resume building, just not profile building or not career advice. It is also a psychological journey because it's a long journey. It is like maybe the most competitive journey in the world. So it was also the psychological journey that you have to prepare yourself to keep your motivation up, because or you have to have some people like Sumit and the Tilden group like cheer you up because you are losing your hope at some points. You are trying to, I was fresh out of school, so I was also trying to like finalize my school studies to get my diploma from my bachelor's. So it was a hard, time consuming and psychological demotivating journey, but Summit just keeping me up for all the motivation, all the application. So I am also grateful for that too. And after that we started to we revised my essays so much, we updated my resume a million times, And finally I got into this school. So I'm super excited to start my journey, and I'm also super excited to be connected with the Tilden Group and the Summit, because they have super cool people all around the world. They have super good network all around the world with their students and within themselves too. Like Summit also is a Berkeley graduate, Berkeley MBA graduate. So it is inspiring to have these people around you, having these people helping you, because you are seeing these super successful people and how you are seeing their paths to, like, inspiring you to keeping your studies up, because they reach that goal and they're trying to help it for you to do it. So it is a really good network, and it is a really good inspiring network. And also I have to mention that I am the only one from Turkey for this year to get in the Berkeley HEC accelerated access, and I'm the only one in Turkey to in the Master of Science HEC Paris Sustainability Program. So it shows me that it is not a lone journey. It's not a lonely journey. You have to have some people around you to tell you what to do, basically, because in Turkey, like, not so many people knows about these accelerated deferred accesses, and not so many people knows about how to get into HEC Paris. So I think I wouldn't have survived without them. I wouldn't have even tried without them, and I couldn't get in without them. So I'm really grateful for them, and I'm feeling that this is a family. Sumit and his group, Tilden Group, also, like, they behave to me like I am one of the family members. So they reach to me most of the times when I text them about my scores, about my essays, about for example, my concerns. They replied immediately. So I was feeling like I was a part of the family. I'm still feeling that I am part of the family. And after these admitted students, I saw the admitted students from the Tilden Group. They are like tens and hundreds of them in there. So it was also inspiring, and they were also sincere about their dreams, about their passions in the world. My dream in the world is to change the world. Actually, I'm imagining I'm having a dream of a just and more I can say my diversity included world. So my dream is to change the world to be more good, basically. So it was nice to see most of the clients of the summit has the same goals. So I'm even more believed right now we can change the world. So my recommendations for a new applicant is to start preparing yourself early, because it is a long journey and it has so many work to do. Like, taking a test can be good when you take the test before the application journey, because they have 2 to 5 years validation. So I think you have to prepare yourself early, because, as I said, so it is a hard journey, and it is also the frustrated journey to do everything in time. So it is my first recommendation. And second is, don't ever lose your hope on yourself, because if you are losing your hope on yourself, then you have to find some people like Sumita and the Tilden Group that can cheer you up, that can motivate yourself to believe in yourself. So it is also important. I think it is the most important thing to have these believers in you. So it is most important thing. And my last recommendation is to be honest in every steps, in every communication you have with both the admissions, both the essays, and with the counselors you are working with. Be honest to yourself, like, what is your passion, what is your real and long-term aim to get this MBA, and how MBA is helping you. Like, find your answers in yourself first, then you can understand and you can make people understand you better when you are believing yourself and you are explaining yourself good. So these are my recommendations. So I'm wishing luck for everyone. Lastly, I'm really super grateful for the Sumit and Tilden group. They are, I think they are the builders of my career and builders of my masters, both masters actually. So let the hope be with you, and good luck.